Today I want to remember my father, Abdul Fattah Memon. Baba Sai was one of the most handsome people I have ever met. Baba Sai was first in many, many ways. Baba Sai was a first who left his hometown of Shikarpur to go outside. He went to Karachi, Junagadh, Bombay to get higher education. Baba Sai was the first who practiced law. Baba Sai was the first who went abroad. And Baba Sai was the first who sent a child, namely me, for higher education abroad in times when this was not so common. Baba Sai Abdul Fattah Memon was son of Haji Wali Muhammad Memon, who was a well-to-do middle-class cloth merchant in Shikarpur. Baba Sai was born in October 1920. He got his early education in Shikarpur, but after matric, he went, as I already mentioned, to Karachi and Junagadh. Finally, he got his BA Economics with honors from DJ Sindh College in Karachi. In those days, DJ College was not exclusively a science college, but had economics too. Subsequently, he did law from Shahani Law College. This is the same college which is today known as SM College in Karachi. Baba Sai started his law practice with a very well advocate of his time who was also a very well-known political figure, Qazi Fazullah. Qazi Fazullah Sahab rose to be minister and chief minister of Sindh. Subsequently, Baba Sai established his own practice in Ladkana. He was a social worker and a political worker. Muslim League, political party of Indian Muslims, was the one who got independence of Pakistan. And Muslim League became ruling party of Pakistan. Soon after partition, soon after independence of Pakistan, Baba Sai became General Secretary of Sindh Muslim League. This was a time when Khan Bahadur Ayub Khodo became president of the party. I remember those days as a child. For example, I remember that Baba Sai used to get a salute from Muslim League National Guards every morning. He had got a small uniform made for me because I was only 6, 7, 8 years old when I remember. And I will go with Baba Sai to railway station every time a train came. And there were 3, 4 trains coming in a day. We would have garlands in our hands. And we went to welcome refugees from India. As a Secretary General of Sindh Muslim League, he had the keys to all the houses that Hindus had left, all the shops that Hindus had left. And we will receive the muhajirs at the railway station, bring them to our home. There will always be food and especially hot milk available. We used to have drums of powder milk. And there used to be big containers of boiling milk available 24 hours a day for anyone who needed them. And Baba Sai will interview each family, learn their background, what sort of family needs they had. And Baba Sai will allocate a house right away. And we will take each family to their house, open the house, and settle them. Shops were given to people full of merchandise at that time. He spent a lot of his time on social and political activities, but he was able to establish his law practice as a criminal lawyer as well as a civil lawyer, because these were the two main branches at that time. He was one of the most sought after attorneys. Every evening I will see literally scores of people whose case was to be heard the following day. They will come either to hire my father as their attorney, or if it was a subsequent hearing, they will come and discuss the issues that will be discussed next day. On top of that, Baba Sai was very devoted to education in Latkana. He was the first one to establish a college in Latkana. He established what became to be known as Latkana District Education Society. He was the Secretary General of the society, and the president was always de facto president or chairman, was a deputy commissioner of Latkana. First college was Arts College, which was established as an evening college in the building of Government High School, Latkana, in early 50s. Subsequently, he established Latkana College of Commerce and Economics. And Baba Sai even served as principal of that college. Subsequently, with friends like Qazi Akhtar and others, he established Latkana Law College. Initially, Commerce College was established in building of old Musafir Khana in Latkana, but subsequently the society bought a huge piece of land near the house of the deputy commissioner and near the house of SP police, and he intended to establish campus of these colleges. In fact, foundation stone of that college was laid by none other than Shaykh Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who was foreign minister at that time. And the stone clearly showed Baba's name, Abdul Fattah Memon, as founder of the college, and name of my uncle Nizamuddin Memon as builder of the college. Subsequently, when Bhutto Sahab became chief martial law administrator and president of Pakistan, he nationalized all the colleges and all the private schools. And our colleges as well as this land was nationalized. I am glad, and Baba Sai was so glad, that eventually Chandka Medical College, which is currently known as Chandka Medical University, was established on that land. For many, many years, foundation stone was near the gate of the college. Baba Sai became elected as member of Sindh Provincial Assembly in 1952-53 elections. in that capacity, he got a chance. He became one of the directors of Pakistan Red Cross. He was one of the directors of Pakistan Railways, and number of other organizations. Also, he was one of the directors of Sindh Provincial Cooperative Bank. In other words, Baba Sai was busy all the time. Back in 1955, Baba Sai was requested to go as a delegate to the United Nations General Assembly in 1955. There he met, of course, delegates from all over the world. But I have one of the historic photos in which Baba Sai is being introduced to Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt, who was wife of President Franklin Roosevelt. Of course, by 55, President had passed away, but Eleanor Roosevelt was a very prominent figure. And the interesting thing is that the introduction of Baba Sai is being made by Governor George Romney, who was at that time governor of Michigan. And he is father of Governor Mitt Romney, who ran for presidency in last round of elections. And he may run again. I have that picture. So this was quite a wonderful experience. Subsequently, in 1960, Baba Sai was requested to be ambassador of Pakistan to Turkey. He did not accept the initial offer because he did not want to leave political career in Larkana and go abroad. But subsequently, he was persuaded through my grandfather to accept ambassadorship to Saudi Arabia. My grandfather was persuaded because then he would be able to do Umrah practically every day, go from Jeddah to Mecca, and certainly do Hajj every year that he was there. Baba Sai served there as ambassador from 1963 to 1966. At that time, first Prince Faisal was the prime minister, but de facto ruler, and he subsequently became the king himself. King Faisal developed a close personal and working relationship with Baba Sai. Subsequently, on his return to Pakistan, Baba Sai wrote a book called Oil and Faith. In this book, he pointed out to King of Saudi Arabia and those who would listen that oil and faith were two resources which were available to Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia should use both blessings of God for advancement of Saudi Arabia as well as people of Saudi Arabia. Some people have hinted that this led to new policy of Saudi Arabia when the oil started to become a factor in determination of international politics, and subsequently OPEC was formed. Baba Sai wrote another book called Invitation to New Society. That book was basically focused on selected ayats from Quran on a specific subject, particularly relating to governance. This was the period when communism was a strong force in the world. And Baba Sai felt that while he had met Foreign Minister of Russia Molotov in New York and others, but he felt that it was not right for Pakistan to consider communism as a philosophy in any particular way, even not pure socialism, but he felt that our holy book Quran and Islam provided sufficient guidance that we can have the base principles of social welfare while continuing to keep Pakistan as a country of Muslim people. After return from Saudi Arabia, Baba Sai decided to settle in Karachi rather than going back to his practice and political base in Larkana. He wanted to make sure that all my siblings, and we were 8 brothers and 1 sister, that we all should get the best education that we could. Of course, before that, back in 1960, Baba Sai had gotten a loan of 40,000 rupees to send me to United States. Many people are surprised that why did a successful attorney and a diplomat, why did he needed to borrow money to send me abroad? But remember that those were different days. The idea of corruption was not prevalent in Pakistan. There were honest people, and I believe my father was one of those. And the salary of ambassador at that time was 5,000 rupees a month, which was about $1,000 at that time. It was huge money, but not enough to look after the whole family and to send funds abroad. I will, of course, always be eternally grateful to my father for sending me abroad. Baba Sai was able to establish a good practice of law in Karachi. He established his office in Cotton Exchange Building on McLeod Road, which is a business center of Pakistan in Karachi. And he lived a long and happy life, and he left this world on January 31, 2000, when he was 80 years old. I miss my Baba Sai. May Allah bless his soul and keep him in paradise for all the time to come. Thank you.